Hi everyone, it's me again, Penny. And this video we're going to talk about what I did after I graduate.
Okay. Yes, please, Penny, tell us about it.
I was a producer's assistant in a production house, and we made Taiwanese films and TV shows.
Was that your first job after graduation?
Yes, that was my first job right after graduation. I think I graduated around June, and I started in the middle of August.
How long have you kept that job?
About 4.5 years.
All the way up till now?
Yes, up till last year. Yeah.
Anything like to share about that work experience?
That was a very special work experience, and also it's exactly what I wanted. Let me start in this way. After I graduated, I knew I wanted to get into the work field first. I wanted to have a job first to see what I'm lacking, or to really see what I'm looking for in the area I know I love, which is film or entertainment industry. And I wanted to have a certain period of job experience, and then to decide if I want to continue studying for my master's degree or not. So that was my first job, and I really enjoyed that job, although there are also some challenges and some downsides, but all in all, I really enjoyed it. And my job was to be assistant of a producer. Whatever they need, I need to be there. And so I read a lot of scripts for films and TV shows, and I also had a lot of meetings, or I hosted a lot of meetings with directors, with writers, with actors. Also later on, I also took a job as a script supervisor. That's why we in Chinese say 场记. So it was a position right on set when shooting a film, a long feature film. So.
What was the greatest challenge you ever had in that job?
I think it was because for the assistant part, most of the time that was in the office. It was mostly an office job. But when I took on the position to work on set as a script supervisor, that was my greatest challenge, because everything I didn't graduate. Of course, I graduated from English department. I didn't graduate from the film or the TV's department, so I didn't know a lot of technical skills. I didn't know what I was doing, so everything was taught on set to me from the assistant director or directors or other people on set. So it was very stressful for me, but I learned a lot. I saw exactly how a film or a TV was made and how it was shot.
What was that job title again for the on-set supervisor?
Script supervisor.
Script supervisor. What does a script supervisor mostly do on set?
So it's actually very interesting. If you're into films or TVs, you watch a lot of shows or movies, sometimes you notice what we say continuity error. Like maybe on this shot, I'm holding this glass on my right hand, but the next scene, I'm holding it in my left hand. And that's a script supervisor's job to prevent that. I have to memorize everything. Also, starting from the script, I have to memorize every little detail, what's supposed to happen. So I should be the one that knows the best of the script, how the story should go. And also on set, every little detail, from the hair, makeup, to the costume, till the movement, to the lines, what they're supposed to say, what did they say last scene, what did they say last frame. Okay, I have to know it all, because everyone has any question about continuity, they'll come to me saying, Penny, what was the actor wearing yesterday when we shot this scene? Like, I don't know. No, let me check. Okay, so I have to give the answer. That's the script supervisor's job.
That was very, very demanding.
Yes, it was. So you can imagine my stress when I went right into it without any experience.
We should have you here working with us, just in case that from time to time people on shot have some crazy hair. Penny, so what did you do to prevent those onset errors? Did you say onset errors or
continuity error?
Continuity errors. What did you do? Do you rely on handheld device or anything digital, or you use some old school pen and paper?
I think it was a mixture of all, like combination of all. But I rely on the most was my iPad. So so technology. I will have my iPad. You can split the screens on your iPad. So on one screen I will have my script, and I will write down all the details. And I also have my own sheet. That sheet is like we say 场记表, like script supervisor's sheet. I have to write down all the information of every shot, every lens, everything, and then also what they say. So that's my Bible. And also, a lot of times I'll be recording what the camera is recording. So
like on the side.
Yeah. So when time comes, I will go to my camera film roll, and I'll check what happened in detail.
That's really, really demanding.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to imagine. And you've been working as a script supervisor for how long?
That was just for certain projects when my old company my previous company, when they had some new films or new, like say commercials, I took on case by case. But I was still at the same time a producer's assistant. But just sometimes, I did, I think 2 commercials and 2 feature films.
Which job do you like better? Producer's assistant or script supervisor?
For me, I enjoy being the assistant more, but because in the longer run, I want to, in my future goal, I want to be a producer myself. So for me, I think that's more beneficial to be next to a producer to see what they do, how they do things. And as for being a script supervisor, it was just I want the experience. I want to know how things run on set, how things are done when it comes to shooting a film, shooting a TV.
In your line of business, what is your dream job? Is it already your dream job, the script supervisor thing?
No, the script supervisor thing, no. I wouldn't say it's my dream job. I don't think I ever want to do it again. My dream job would be to be a producer, and to be an international producer, as in I want to bring foreign productions to shoot in Taiwan or to produce in Taiwan, and then maybe also take Taiwanese production to abroad.
And again, what does a producer do? Is it different from case to case?
Not really different from case to case, but usually a producer, you will need to first find a story or a script you want to develop. And you start by finding money, get funded, either from the government or from private companies that are willing to fund you on the movies, or from your own company. Like if you own your own company, you can fund your projects. And then everything is set, or at least 20-30%, you can start to find directors, then you find actors, and you put everything together to shoot. So from pre-production, what we call to develop the script and to find teams to work on your story, to in production, meaning to shoot, and then to post-production, meaning to edit, and to do the sound to edit, and then also at the very end to publish and marketing.
So the producer is the real person who gives birth to the film.
Exactly.
But correct me if I'm wrong. After you find all the right people to produce a movie, then it's pretty much your job. You don't have to do anything after that. If you found a group of very reliable people who always know what they're doing.
Exactly. Yes, but so your thing is to manage people and to troubleshoot. Because when when there's anything comes, like any problems, everybody come running to you first.
Is it correct to say that finding money is the most important challenge to any film producers?
I would think so, especially in Taiwan's environment. The money is not very, how you say, abundant. So it's not abundant in money. So, as I know, most of the production house, they get their funding by applying or asking for the government's subsidy. So, yeah.
Let me ask you something very superficial for some of us, including me. Is it right that because of this job you get to see, or know a lot of TV stars or movie stars?
Yeah, seeing a lot of TV stars or movie stars and also work with them. But because I was just an assistant, so I don't know them personally or I can call them friends or anything, I just work with them. But I think when you're a producer, it's a natural thing that you befriend the actors or the stars. So when you want them on your project, it's better, like you can talk to them in like personal level. So yeah, I think naturally it comes natural that you will be friends with some stars.
Have you made any friends so far?
And like with actors, no.
Okay. Just asking. I think this is a very particular work experience. But okay, let's say if any undergraduate is still interested in this line of business, what kind of niche or what kind of cutting point would you be suggesting them as to start a new job in this line of business?
I think you should take a look and first, if you want to be on set or you want to work behind the screen as in the office. In the office will be like in production house, like what I did, but mostly you will be office job. You'll be reading a lot of script or reaching out to a lot of people. But if you want to work on set, as in work on for the lights or for the cameras, cinematographer, or for the makeup, the makeup artist or the costumes department, there are a million jobs on set, and those are very exciting as well. So I would say first divide it into these two. But if you're not sure, of course, you can always start in the production house because that's the most you can reach to the fullest area. You can reach to every area. Yeah.
Any myths we should put aside before we start a job in this field?
It's very, very tough. So especially if you want to work on set, it's not for the weak-hearted people. You have to be resilient. You have to act quick on your feet. You have to be flexible. You have to be everything. And you work long hours, so be prepared. But for me, it's also very rewarding when you see the project you worked on screen, especially when you see your name for the first time in the credit roll. I think that's just amazing. It's a magical moment. But other times when you work, it's just, I would say, miserable most of the times, but I loved it.
Okay, another question is that since you chose the entertainment business, why did you choose something behind the scenes instead of something in the spotlight?
I think it's because I've always had stage fright. And also, I don't think I'm photogenic or camera pretty. So I never had that dream personally myself. And also to work behind the scene because I always love to create. I love to create stories. I love to create things of my own. And I've also always loved movies and TVs, so it's just
this is
choice.
Where you feel comfortable.
Exactly, and we feel like where I belong. I never thought of working in another area or anything. For a brief moment before I graduated from university, I thought about being a flight attendant, but I still preferred the entertainment industry.
Okay, thank you. There's such a difference in between.
I know.
Okay. Penny says, someday in the future, when you first come up with your own story, what kind of story would you want it to be? Like a box office hit, or a very well-known art movie that doesn't sell, or what kind?
I think I would want to, okay, as random as it sounds, I really want to produce a horror or thriller film, maybe a zombie movie, because I love zombie films, and it's perfect. It's like perfect entertainment, and it could be a box office
Penny,
movie.
I never knew you like that.
I
Never.
I love horror films. I love thriller films, slasher films with a lot of blood and a lot. I don't know. I love it. So I one day I would love to write a movie like that, because but I want to write one with good plot, a good story behind it, and also a perfect scare for people. So that's my ultimate goal. But of course,
I don't know if your ultimate goal is to produce some good slasher horror movie. I don't think you need a good story.
That's why I want to do it. I want to make a good one with a good story. But also, of course, there are also many other stories I want to write. But that one I think will be the most fun.
Okay, Penny, you took me by surprise. I don't know what else I can ask you.
Did you expect me to say some like tear-jerking?
No, art films or something aesthetic, something abstract. I never thought you were going in that direction.
Of course, I think I will also. I'm already writing a couple of stories, and one of them is like
zombie.
A family. One of them is a zombie film. Another is a very heartwarming family story with like some plot twist. And I also enjoy that. I enjoy writing different kind of stories. So for now, I don't want to set boundaries on myself. I want to try everything.
We should end this interview. Do you have anything else to share? Okay, this is the time.
Okay, before we go, I just like to say that I think it's normal that before you graduate, or right at the moment when you're about to graduate, you don't know what you want to do. You're not sure. It feels like I know how it feels. It feels like you can do everything, but at the same time, nothing. But I think you have to you have to take a look at what is your true passion, what you're really interested in, what's your passion about. And from that, you can find endless possibilities. And even if you don't, you can also just go into academic. You can keep studying for a master's degree or keep studying other things. Eventually, you'll find something that's suitable for you. So there are endless possibilities, endless jobs for you waiting for you. Just have to find something that makes you happy.
Okay, thank you, Penny. And that's everything from 学姐 Penny. Okay, with her work experience. Penny, say bye.
Bye, everyone. Until next time.
Language is power when you use it. English and Applied Communication,世新University.